Oh shoot, I got 15 seconds. Is my camera on? Yes. I got my notes? Yes. Do I have my hat? Yes. What else can I be forgetting? Nothing. Welcome to Content Corner Live! You know the vibes. Come on. What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? This is Nicky and welcome to Content Corner Livey. You feel me? Hold on, my other camera wasn't on. Why is my other camera not on? Let's get this going. Do me a favor. First off, why are you so tall? I'm not that tall. 1 to 10, how are we feeling? We are streaming from YouTube. Main one, what's up YouTube? LinkedIn, what's up LinkedIn? And Instagram, what's up Instagram? So I need you to do me a favor. Reshare this, like this, hit that like button for sure. Show some hearts. Wherever you are watching this from, make sure the algorithm is doing its algorithm thing. Today we are going to be talking about AI taking our content, and there's proof now, but I have a little different spin to it. So if they're leveraging us, how do we leverage them, right? Because I don't know if this is going to stop. Shout out to Curtis King. We're going to talk about him. Shout out to Matt Wolf, who brought it to our attention. These two individuals brought it to my attention. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the meta glasses that came about. You know what I mean? And we're going to react to some things. We're going to try some new AI tools. It's going to be a vibe, okay? But where are we watching this from? Okay? I see the people in the building. Gary in the building, Lee in the building, Coach T in the building, Dondi's in the building, Janita's in the building. You know what I mean? If this is your first time watching, let me know. You know what I mean? Nicky, this is my first Content Corner Live. Welcome. Okay? I want to start this off strong. You know what I mean? Currently on IG. I see my IG people. Shout out to IG. Shout out to LinkedIn. Let's start this live correctly. Let's start this live correctly because I have a lot to talk about. Tampa area in the building. Florida in the building. Maryland's in the building. What up? All right, let's get to it. Let's TT starting off strong with the super chat. I see you. Appreciate you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Appreciate you. So, let's get to it. Let's talk about this. It's Content Corner Livey, you feel me? Hey, shout out to Curtis King. I feel like my man definitely doesn't like AI, but he has a strong reason not to in this moment, okay? Strong reason not to. Let's listen.
11 of my songs were stolen. 14 of my YouTube videos were also stolen by tech companies to train generative AI without my permission and without any kind of compensation. Many of us, of course, speculated this because of how reckless the Sunos and Udios have been moving around as they showcase off stolen goods.
First off, can we appreciate the drama that he brings to this? Can we just appreciate that, all right?
But now we have some definitive proof. The Atlantic launched this website and it has been causing utter chaos. So the AI Watchdog project, which is being led by Alex Reisner, identifies 4 different data sets totaling over 20 million tracks circulating among AI developers. 20 million songs, imagine that. All that hard work that artists put in, all that money that is invested into studio time, just stolen, just like that, behind a loose definition of fair use. As you can imagine, when artists...
Okay. That's one creator. Shout out to Curtis King, right? I found another one, Matt Wolf. Shout out to him. He always keeps us updated on like the news every single week. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Outlet The Atlantic created a searchable database of music used to train AI. So, companies like Suno and Udio, they obviously used copyrighted music to train their algorithm to generate new music. And with this new free tool from The Atlantic, you can find out exactly what's in the training data. If you go to theatlantic.com/category/AI Watchdog, you can see we've got a little search box here. And if I search, Blink 182, you could see there's 150 songs in the training data set from Blink 182. One thing that I thought was funny was the YouTuber Moist Critical or Penguin Z0. He actually did a search and his YouTube videos were in here.
Heaven help us. Lord have mercy on the absent souls of these AI models that are being clockwork oranged, having the eyelids pulled wide open to be trained off my videos here.
200.
So that's a part I really wanted to cover. Okay? That, and we have, we have the website, and I'm gonna give it to y'all, right? If you're on YouTube, I will give y'all the link right now. If you are on Instagram and LinkedIn, I will put it in the chat on IG. Let me see if I can get in LinkedIn. Let me see what I could do with LinkedIn. I feel like LinkedIn always gets left out. I apologize. It's just my program doesn't let me be great. You know what I mean? My program don't let me be great, but I'm trying for y'all. I'm trying for y'all. So let's start here. How do we feel? Shout out to Tony with the super chat. Come on. How do we feel about this information? How do we feel that not only music, because we've been very aware and not condoning, but very aware that AI has been training itself off of the music that's out there. Definitely from independent artists, sometimes from actual big artists such as Drake and Taylor Swift. So SZA's one of them. We've seen it on the music side, but now we're starting to see it on the content creator side, the YouTubers. Now, when Matt Wolf looked his stuff up, it's not there. We're going to see if my stuff is there. I don't know, right? But I do know one person who's there, for sure, is going to be there. So I want to know, how are we feeling about this? I'm big on the whole, I need y'all to credit the source, okay? I need y'all to credit the source. I need y'all to tag us. I need you to somehow, in some way, there's some type of traffic or acknowledgement. Clearly, there's not going to be any type of monetization in this year. Maybe down the line, possibly. But in this year, we clearly see that's not going to happen. However, I want to know what your take is. You know what I mean? Expected, shout out to IG. Expected, I'm not surprised. I'm happy we're fighting back and advocating more. That's a fact. We got, I feel like the longer you sit behind and cry about it, the more behind you'll become. He needs to be using AI to find out how to get ahead of this and how to teach this and how to teach using this. I shouldn't have used voice for that. It's all good. I knew what you meant. What we want and what people are going to do, unfortunately, are two different things. That's a fact. Put respect on my name and respect it with a check. Feel me? I'm not surprised by this at all. I'm an artist, so I'm used to having people try to steal my stuff. I'm a troll to thieves. So let's keep going. Let's keep going, right? I found also in that same token, right? In the same token, how there's starting to be like a division between those who rock with AI and those who don't. If you've been on this live long enough, you've seen certain comments, whether on my other platforms, on some like, yo, AI slop, we hate AI. There was one I posted the video from this past Saturday. Shout out to everybody who watched that. If you haven't, type in P for promise that you're going to watch my latest YouTube video. But when I put it on Threads, Jesus, I almost got killed by a certain one. Somebody told me to F off and delete my account. It was very weird. I was like, okay, cool. But we're starting to see like actual big names show some type of division. Tidal is cracking down on AI music and cutting off monetization. Will Spotify do that next? We don't know. Will Apple Music do that next? We don't know. I know Spotify is very into the AI situation, but Tidal is saying, yo, we're not doing that. We're out of here. We're not, and I believe they said, hold on. There was a part where it was like, we're not knocking it. We just want to credit real organic. Here it goes. So he clarified that Tidal's new policy was not meant to bash technological advancement, but rather focus on protecting and rewarding organic creativity from artists. And I believe that is still a thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I do believe that, I do believe that real artists, those who have the pen, the pad, the brush, the mind, creativity, needs to be acknowledged full-heartedly, right? I do truly believe that. But we're not going to knock those people who don't mind listening and watching the AI content. But I do believe that it needs to be in a different category. I don't believe when we're talking about, let's say, charts and royalties and all that stuff from that side of things, I don't feel like it should be even. I don't. I do believe those who are skillful in that craft should get acknowledged and should get compensated all the way down, should get credited, should get monetized in all the way, shape, or form. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no if, ands, or buts about that. So I respect what Tidal is doing, where it's like, hey, we know with Suno and Udio, everybody, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's making some AI music. Everybody's doing some AI art. Everybody's doing this. So let's make it fair, right? So I respect that. Now, let's go back to that AI watchdog, right? Let's go back to that AI watchdog. AI is making average easier. Being different is becoming more valuable. Ooh, come on, Lee. Come on. I respect that. So, this is the website that, for the most part, can identify if music artists or creators, period, are getting their content taken and training AI, right? So when we Think about Curtis King, right? I think he spells this with 2 S's. Hold on. Where's Curtis? Curtis King. There we go. I don't want to disrespect. I mean, oh, Curtis King TV. They have the videos. Oh. So his videos are even taken, because he actually raps. But his videos are taken. Right? Let me take this off. Close. Here's his songs. There's the songs, which is interesting. All right. Now, I know one creator, Marquez Brownlee, of course, 1,543 videos. Okay, and if y'all don't know who that is, we gonna show you. Y'all should, if y'all been on my channel long enough. MKBHD. There we go. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, tech influencer, creator, however you want to, podcaster now. Just amazing human being. With 21 million subscribers. Has 1,543 of his videos training AI. And that's in one data set. That's Runway Gen 3. Here's another data set. Here's another data set. So we're now in this, and please drop, shout out to CJ, I see you in the building. Please, please, please drop what your thoughts on this, because now it's affecting creators as a whole. If you make some type of content, this could affect you. Some people are like, it's fair use, don't care. If I put it on YouTube, I mean, it is what it is. If I put it on Instagram, it is what it is. Some people are like, hell no. Bruh. What are you doing? Now, I don't know. Shut up. Yo, shout out to y'all sending these gifts. I see y'all. I don't know what this flow state situation is, but I've seen a few people say it, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I really like that. It's very nice of you. It says flow state 200 joules. You know what? Shout out to everybody who's sending the joules. If you stay long enough, we're going to talk about this monetization. We're going to talk about what we do in these situations. Okay. So, now I'm going to put my name. I don't know. Are we good? Oh, we're good. We're good. They ain't taking my stuff. They ain't taking my stuff. I found another website as well. Found another website. I was looking it up. They don't have Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Of course, you know, they got Marquez right there. So they are searching some things. I'm going to check my name on here. Nothing. We're good. We're good. But that means I'm only safe for right now. I'm only safe for right now. Okay? What made me really think about this was this article right here. It says creators aren't competing with AI. They're powering it. Where we're thinking about, okay, let me post different content to get brand awareness, to get conversions. Low key, what we're doing is training up these AI models. And it says something right here where it's like AI doesn't learn from what creators publish. It learns from the people's response. Every comment thread is a feedback loop, a real-time data set of questions, reactions, and trust signals. In that sense, the creator economy isn't just producing content, it's producing the training data that makes AI feels human. That makes me feel a certain kind of way. I ain't gonna lie.
Bruh.
I ain't gonna lie. Makes me feel a certain kind of way. I'm like, oh. Because, and maybe it's the protective side of me. Take the content, take my content. I'm not talking for everybody. Take my content. It's meant to help others and things of that nature. But maybe I'm a little bit overprotective of the audience. They didn't ask to be part of this as far as being training for AI. They didn't ask for this. Now, granted, mainly it's very positive comments, reacting to the different videos, all of that. But still, maybe it's the overprotectiveness of me, of like, leave them out of it. I mean, leave them, take the transcripts, all of that, but leave them out of it. So when I read that, I was like, oh, okay, this is no bueno. This is no bueno. But this is the conversation of like, when you upload to these different platforms, is it fair use? Is it the same way that I just use Curtis King and Matt Wolf for the live? The same way that I use that content, are AI companies allowed to use our content and pretty much monetize? Because it's collecting different information that people are like, yo, our AI model has everything. Our AI models has every single thing. Pay the 20, you feel me? Pay the 20, and you could get all this information in one location. It made me think about this in a different way of like, okay, we really, one, have to own our audience, two, figure out how to monetize this. If they're monetizing off of us, we have to leverage it in the same kind of way. Shout out to Tony for the flow state. This flow state situation, I'm still getting used to. You know what I mean? It's flow state. So, let me see what you guys are saying. Shout out to those, like I said, shout out to everybody who's watching, who's going into this conversation. I really, really want y'all take on this. So IG says, my thing is these popular creators knew this was coming down the pipeline. There's no way they didn't know. Why not take precautions before making content acting surprise? Okay, that's fair. I like that. That's fair. Coming back from the AWS Summit Press Day, the second largest company on the planet, Amazon, is all in on AI. Separate it, categorize it. YouTube is tagging AI now, but the hate won't change it. Okay. What I would like to know is if AI specifically is being trained on original content, or if it understands to bypass AI-generated content. Or if it understands to bypass AI-generated content. If so, there's a way to put an AI-generated tag on origin. So I know they're making tags for anything that is populated by an AI model. There is a tag. There was said to be a tag for the written content, but there's definitely a tag for the images now. And I know Google was heading that, and OpenAI added their tag to their images. I'm not sure as far as the videos. Some do, some don't. But that's a good point. Originality isn't having an idea nobody has ever had. It's taking familiar pieces and making them speak in your voice. Think James Brown and hip hop beats. Ooh. I like that. I like that. Yo, there's a doggy on the chat. There's a doggy on the chat. Wait. There was a doggy on the chat. Okay, I don't know what y'all doing in this chat in YouTube, but that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I don't know what just happened. That's why we should get a cut of these big AI companies. Yeah, I think they're selfish. Yeah, I mean, like, I see creators on YouTube consistently pulling available running videos, and with a couple of tweaks of the content is refurbished and used for monetization also. I see creators on YouTube constantly pulling available running videos with a couple of tweaks. Your content is refurbished and used for... What do you mean by that, Jewel? What do you mean? I would love to know what you mean by that. The whole Napster experience, but for content creation. That's a fact. Okay. Nicky and the doggy. Yeah, I mean, I love doggies. Okay? Let's keep it a buck. I love doggies. All right. So, here's my thought process. Let's talk about how we leverage. Okay? So, for my YouTube people, there's a link in the description. Not in the description. Well, yeah, in the description. There is pinned to the post, and there is a QR code that popped up, right, for those who are watching on the TV. For my Instagram people, there should be a link. Let me know if you see it. Type in yes if you do. LinkedIn is in the caption where you're seeing this, okay? Let's use AI to set us up for Q3, to think about monetizing, to think about how do we start to own our audience, right? I had a really good conversation with ChatGPT, right? And actually, let me see if I could show it. If I could show it, that'd be really dope. I know I shared it with Isaiah, but I want to see if I could find it. Isaiah, can you send that music one that we did? That, man. Where is it? Hold on. Damn it. This is a random conversation that I wanted. This was not planned. So bear with me on this one. Wait, there's a husky. Wait, what did I miss? I missed the other one? I got a husky? Damn. Okay, there's a cat doing a DJ thing. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, man. I wonder if there's a way. Hold up. Can I make this chat larger? Hold on. Hold up. Let's see. I don't know who wants to do it again, but do it again. Do it again. Okay. So, bear with me real quick. I'm going to do this real quick. Beep. All right. I gave y'all. Wait, look at the doggy. Look at it. That's on fire. Okay. I'm sorry. Y'all know I have ADHD. All right. So I wanted us to do a leverage audit. So you should be having a link that will get you to the Notion page that is going to give you some prompts to help you out, right? The big thing when it comes to AI and really taking advantage of it is how it can address the patterns in our conversations. Okay? And so what I wanted to do is use a prompt. One, audit everything that you've put into AI. Yo, y'all are, this is too cute. You see this? You see this? Look at it. Look at it. Okay. All right. All right. Oh my God. I can't stand y'all. Y'all gonna do this all day to me. This is crazy. All right. IG people, LinkedIn people, I'm sorry. You should be here. You should be here. Okay? You should be here. Look it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. All right, everybody, do this with me. Okay? We're gonna open up ChatGPT or Claude or whatever your favorite one is, right? Gemini, Perplexity. Open this up. Let's do this prompt together, okay? If you have the Notion page up, type in me in the chat. If you want to just take a screenshot of this, go ahead. But what this is going to do, we're going to copy this. I'm going to open up ChatGPT. Here we go. Come on. What? There we go. What's up, chat? All right. So what this says, you have access to my chat history and everything that I've shared over time. Act as the content strategist. I want brutal, honest audit on my IP I've handed you. Review our past conversations and content ideas and questions I brought to you. And then give me my 5 most repeated themes, my signature frameworks, specific audience problems I keep circling back and solving, 3 hidden assets, and 1 through line that connects all in one single positioning. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, and what I suggest for those people who have Google Drive or Notion, where it has a lot of the information that you have on top of the conversations that you got, I would say connect that. If you've already connected it. If you haven't and you don't feel comfortable, don't, right? But for me, I've already have Notion. So let me see if I could. No, I don't need vidIQ. Cancel. Hold on. Also connect my Notion to get the best answers as well. Boom. So if you have Google Drive, if you have whatever, do that too. Let's see if it connects, because normally it would let me do I wonder if I just add it. Notion? There we go. Okay. Connect you have to add it. My bad. Notion. Boop. All right. Boom. So it's going to be doing some thinking. Let's get some. Here we go. Who's doing this with me? Type in me. If you're doing this, shout out to Miss Love. She said me. So. And now it's going to read all of that. Yo, come on, super chat. Come on. Oh, y'all doing this with me. Come on. I like this. All right, here we go. So, now the reason why I want to do the audit first is because then the next thing is going to be, how do we now create a newsletter? How do we create different products from it? All of that. So I'd rather use an example of me so you can see how this is going to run in, like, okay, if you have my information, then let me use the information you have of me, and let's create these different systems. Let's create these different ideas. Let's create these different workflows. So let's see what it says. All right. So my 5 most repeatable themes: content as the foundation of the brand. Without content, you don't have a brand. Okay, let me see if I can make this. Get out of here. Okay, cool. Without content, you don't have a brand. I like that. This is not just a quote. This is a category thesis. I like this. 2, introverts, ambiverts, and overlooked creators. This is your clearest audience lane. You keep circling people who do not want to be loud, feel behind the scenes, struggle with consistency, know they have value but don't want to perform all day, and want visibility without becoming someone else. If that is you, let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know. Behavior over motivation. This is Lions behavior core. You keep rejecting hype. Your system says move, breathe, create, learn, and connect. I like that. AI is a sustainability tool, not a replacement. Your angle is how do creators use AI to protect their energy, scale their voice, and stay consistent without sounding generic. Yeah, this is great. This is catching all of it. Ecosystem over content output. Come on. Come on. What's up, people? I see y'all. I see y'all coming into the live. I see y'all. Shout out to everybody who's joining the live. So we're doing a quick audit inside of ChatGPT, but you can use it inside of Claude. You can use it inside of Gemini with the prompt that I'm giving you, right? So here are some of the signature frameworks that it says I have. Content branding. Without content, you don't have a brand. Got the behaviors. Create 14. Behavior 30. LB reset / LB report. We got legacy over virality. Show up in a way that matches your energy. Scale your voice. Okay, so it got a few things. Now here's an important part. Specific audience problems you keep solving. And this is going to be something that you guys all need to have, right? And I have built, and if this is eye-opening to some of y'all who are doing this with me, type in the number 3. Like if you did this and you're like really impressed with how it came up with the audit, let me know, right? So this one is saying the problem is not simply creators need to create ideas. Creators know they have something valuable, but they do not have a sustainable way to turn their ideas, their identity, their ideas, their tools and energy into consistent brand ecosystem. Ooh. How do I become visible, consistent, and monetizable without losing myself? Houston, what up? I see you. Come on, super chats. Okay. Shout out to Janita with the super chat. All right. Now, look. Yo, this is impressive. Pointed out that I'm on my own lane off rip. I need y'all, listen. If you're just joining, listen. Wait, let me go to the Notion. If you're just joining, we're doing this prompt in your favorite AI model, okay? If you're on YouTube, the link is in the chat. If you're on Instagram, there should be a link, right? All the prompts that we're going to go over is going to be there, right? Oops. Hold on. That's why you're not seeing it. Hold on, there we go. My bad, IG. Y'all weren't even seeing this. Marlon, what up? My bad. Y'all weren't even seeing this. Y'all were seeing Claude Code doing something crazy. My apologies. All right, so let's go back. Doodle-loop. So the fourth part is saying the 3 hidden assets you mentioned but have not fully built out. The content identity test. Oh man, I haven't brought that up in a minute. Come on, super chats. Appreciate you. I love that you're doing this, following along now, even though I'm late. No, you're not late. So I need to come up with a content identity test. Result gives people the creator type, the best content formats, energy rhythm, platform match, AI workflow, consistency plan, and recommended to LB. Ooh. This is really good. Okay. So it's giving me different things I have to build out, right? And then what you own. You don't own AI for creators, too crowded. You don't own content strategy, too broad. You don't own personal branding, too generic. You are closest to owning this. Content branding for quiet creators building sustainable AI-powered ecosystems. That is the lane.
Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Okay. I like where we're going. All right, let's get to the next prompt. Okay? Let's get to the next prompt. So the next one is it turns the audit into a newsletter concept you can actually launch. So type in the number 4 if you have a newsletter. Type in the number 5 if you want to have a newsletter. You've been thinking about having a newsletter. You don't have a newsletter. Because this is when we're talking about where social media is going at this moment. We're seeing, and you've heard it from Gary Vee and some of these big social media gurus, where we're starting to get into more of an interest base, right? Everything on your social media feeds has everything to do with what you are interested in, not necessarily who you follow. Sometimes you'll see who you follow, and sometimes, most likely, you won't. So we now have to start, when people are following us, how do we get them off the platform? Okay? How do we bring them in to get them off the platform? First thing you want to do is probably a newsletter. So this is going to help you with that, right? So if you have the Notion page open, I'm going to do it anyways, even though I do have a newsletter, Content Corner newsletter. Hello. But you could copy this. Like I said, it's all in the Notion page. And then shout out to Reggie who's in the building. I see you. All right. I'm going to put it, even though I have one, but just for the sake of what it says. It says, using the audit above, and stay in the same conversation, okay? Do not start a new conversation. Start in the same conversation. So, using the audit above, help me design a email newsletter that I will own outright, independent of any platform, okay? 3 name options, plus a 1-liner promise, single transformation. This newsletter delivers over 6 months. This is giving you the blueprint. The exact reader it's for, the sustainable cadence for someone with limited time, and a content pillar map. Okay? Boom. Been using Substack. And so the crazy thing is I have both, right? I have Kit. Kit has Content Corner newsletter, and I do have Substack for my still loading, which is more of like a personal side of me. Either or, it's a preference at that moment. But I think Kit has a free tier, but Substack is all the way free. If you're thinking about using Kit, Kit is more for building out the business model, having different automations. Like if you join, like once you sign up for the prompts, you're probably, if you haven't been on the newsletter, you're probably going to go through this welcome sequence that I have that is going to get you to know more about me, Lion's behavior, all the YouTube stuff, all the past newsletters. So the automation side for Kit is fire. Substack, if you're just trying to own your audience, that's a really dope place. Plus it has a social media feel. So either way, Substack or Kit, okay? Do either or. Do either or. All right. So this is what it says. Email newsletter design, owned IP, not platform dependent. Okay? So this says my options, if I was starting from scratch. Quiet creators, loud ecosystems. That is a horrible name.
Bruh.
Take this with a grain of salt. Hold on. Nicky, since I already used DraftLoop 2.0 to build out the brand voice skill, Claude is pulling for the second half of the prompt. Come on. And if you don't, listen, if you don't have DraftLoop, if you're at least not in Lion's behavior, get DraftLoop. If you're not in Lion's behavior, at least get it. Turn your ideas into a content machine. It is so fire. It is so fire. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Just know you need to get DraftLoop. Remind me in the chat, Nicky, I need to get DraftLoop. Right. So, second option, the behavior. Well, let me read what it says. Every issue helps introverted and overlooked creators turn their ideas, tools, and energy into a brand ecosystem that grows without needing them 24/7. Why it works? This is the clearest positioning. Best for owning the category publicly. We could work on that title. Here's the thing. These titles that your AI is going to give you, that first round is 9 out of 10 times always going to suck.
Bruh.
9 out of 10 times. Please talk to it. Do not take it for face value. Please continue to have the conversations. Okay. I'm just going to show you this because I already have this built out, but I'm just going to show you, but please take this. Anyways, the behavior behind the brand. I see what it did there. I see what it did there. Every issue breaks down the habits, the systems, the AI workflows, and the content moves that help creators build brands that last. Why this works, it connects Lion's behavior directly to content branding, and it gives you room to talk about consistency, AI, community, monetization, inner work without sounding scattered. I'm not mad at that. I don't think I'll ever name it that, but I see why I did that. If you've been following me for a while, see why I did that. What are you using for the live stream? Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live. When the chat brings up I knew you were going to say that. The third one, the Creator Ecosystem Report. Okay. Every issue gives the creators one practical move to build content, community, tools, and monetization into a world they own. I'm not mad. It says, of course, their honest pick is the Quiet Creators Loud Ecosystems. That is a horrible name. So horrible. So bad. Now here's the 6-month transformation. Over the 6 months, this newsletter should take the reader from I'm posting learning tools and trying to stay consistent, but I feel scattered, to I know my voice, my content rhythm, my AI support system, my community path, and the brand world I am building. Ooh. Yo, shout out to Isaiah for celebrating a whole year being part of the channel membership. Come on. Always supporting the channel. Love you, Isaiah. So this is going to be very important for anybody who is building out the newsletter, because you need to know the journey. You need to know where you're taking people. If not, you're going to do super scattered newsletters that isn't going to make a person feel complete. It just feels like, when I have the time, I have the time. You're not giving them anything that, oh snap, I need to read the next one to finally get to the next level. So I like this concept. I actually might put this concept to Content Corner. I ain't gonna hold you. This is really good. So from a scattered creator to a sustainable ecosystem builder. By 6 months, they should have a clear content identity, a realistic rhythm that matches their energy, a repeatable content system, a basic AI workflow that supports their voice, a stronger connect. Yeah, this is giving everything. Not 10x your business in 30 days, more like build a brand your nervous system can actually survive. Yeah, 1 to 10, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? The exact reader. So this is going to help you speak specifically to your audience. So mine says this newsletter is for creators who have been watching everybody else move faster and louder, wondering if something is wrong with them. And they're probably an introvert or an ambivert, those people who are both. But they may not call themselves that yet. They have ideas, and a lot of them. They save time, posts, screenshots, AI prompts, YouTube videos, and they have a Notion dashboard they barely use, a content calendar they keep restarting, and a camera roll full of content they never posted. If that is you, please say me. If that is you, please say me. Okay? It gives me a sustainable cadence. This is saying 1 email a week, either on Sunday or Monday. Sunday evening, the reset issue. And then it gives me my content pillar map, which is very important. So use this when you want to talk about consistency, discipline, burnout, creator confidence. So I have the behavior behind the brand, tools, but make it yours, and culture code. Yeah, I'm low key really going to use this for Content Corner. Low key, extremely going to use this. If you use the second prompt, let me know what you think about the results for your brand, right? Let me know what you think about the prompt for your brand. And then recommended final concept. So I think this is absolutely fire. Absolutely fire. But let's go to the next prompt, right? Let's go to the next prompt. Me guilty. Nah, come on. We got a new main squad. Hey. 10, I love the breakdown. Yeah, please be doing this with me. Please don't be staring at me like, oh, look at what Nicky's doing. No, you guys have this Notion page. I gave it to y'all. It's in the pin post in the chat. It is for my TV people. It's on the QR code in the description. And for my IG people, there's a link for the prompts, and my LinkedIn people is in the caption. I got you. So, next prompt. Fill the first month from work you already did. Repurpose existing content into your first issue. So, launch costs you almost nothing. All right, so let's copy this. Bloop. let me go into ChatGPT. He said, I'm watching on my phone, TV, and computer. Real talk. Woo! I love that. I love that. I feel honored. I feel honored. You know what I mean? All right. So, boom. Here we go. Here's a piece of content I already made. I have to paste. Okay, so do I have... I think I have a transcript already in my downloads. So this is where you will transcribe a video, or if you have a long form post, a long caption, this is where we will put that in there. So for me, let me see if I could find, I'll use last week's live. That's what I'll do. I got last week's live. The same here. I didn't know that folks didn't watch on multiple devices. The fact that y'all watch on multiple devices, I am so honored. I am so honored, yo. That is fire. Okay. So I gave it, now, if you don't have any type of content, right? If you don't have any type of long form content, this is where I'll say grab your phone and do an audio note. Whatever phone you have, it has the transcribe feature already in there. But if you was to just do a data dump, right? You just go, all right, this is what's on my mind. Don't think of an idea. I don't want you to think of an idea. Just go and talk. Like, if you ever struggle with like being in a creative block or just don't know what to talk about, please read Artist Way. We have our own kind of version inside of Lion's Behavior with Create 14, but I'll say read Artist Way. If you've read that book, you know what I'm talking about. That's going to help you just be okay with not knowing what to say, but still talk anyways. You feel me? So, wait, where's my chat? Hold up. Where's my chat? All right, maybe it's saying, Nikki, go back to work. All right, let's go back to work. So, is this going to, using this newsletter position, a welcome email for new subscribers, first four newsletter issues mapped with my content pillars, and then one lead magnet idea. Oh, this is giving you everything. If y'all not doing this now, I don't, y'all probably gonna have to replay this, whatever it is. Hold on. Let's see what this does. If this does what it says it does, oh, that's insane. Insane. Okay. Oh, that's quick too. Absolutely. I'm using the Content Corner Live. So here's the welcome email. Welcome to Quiet Creators Loud Ecosystem. We're not using that. Bruh. I didn't tell it that we're not using that, so I'm okay with it keep using it, but we're so not using this. This is for creators who know they have something to say, but refuses to build a brand by burning themselves out, performing all day, or copying whatever loud strategy is trending this week. Around here, we're not just talking about post more content. We're talking about how to build content that sounds like you, how to use AI without losing your voice, how to create systems that match your energy, how to turn your ideas into a brand people remember, and how do you build something you actually own. Oh yeah, this is a great welcome one. So first four newsletter issues, the behavior behind the brand, subject, content creation is not for the weak. That sounds like something I would say. That is something I would definitely say. For sure. For sure. So the core idea is use the honest YouTube slump moment. You had videos underperform. Admit that you were frustrated, but instead of quitting, you started asking better questions. Okay now. Issue 2, tool. The content pillar is tool, but make it yours. AI slop isn't made by AI. AI didn't make the slop. The person who stopped caring did. Yes.
Bruh.
Yes. The next content pillar, culture code. People don't hate AI. They hate lazy AI. People will say they hate AI, then engage with AI generated story for 10 minutes because it made them feel something. Okay, so let's see what this lead magnet is talking about. So the lead magnet is suggesting is the AI content that doesn't look like AI checklists. A quick checklist to help creators use AI without sounding generic, lazy, or disconnected from the real voice. This is going to be a 1-page PDF or Notion page. Y'all know I'm big on my Notion pages. You feel me? Hold up real quick. Real quick. Because my teleprompter just froze. Should be back. Okay, there we go. Boop. All right. So this is saying sections vision before button. Before generating anything, answer, what am I trying to make? Who is this for? What do I want them to feel? Then feed it you. Give it transcripts, notes, old posts, your phrases outside of your niche. Pull inspiration. I like this. Edit before you ship. Final questions. Get the free checklist. Make AI content that sounds like you. Oh yeah, this is... Hello. This literally gave you a full-blown email situation. Okay? Okay. What else is Notion telling me to do? What else is Notion telling me to do? You know what I mean? For those people who were doing it live with me, let me know 1 to 10. What do you think about your results so far? With it breaking down a transcript that you have, an idea you had, and it broke it down into different issues, like different newsletters, as well as a lead magnet. Let me know if you're doing this with me. There will be a replay clearly, but let me know. All right, so this next one, move your audience off rented land. Scripts the migration from platforms you don't own to a list you do. Okay, let's see what this is talking about. Let's copy this one right here. Boop. 10. Hold on. Nicky, this was my missing piece. 10 out of 10. Don't sleep on this, y'all. Come, tell him. When I refine this conversation, I will have no excuse not to use this information. Come on. Let's go. Gary says it's a 10. You feel me? This is the one. Okay, these prompts are working. All right, I just want to make sure I'm not the only one. Like, I'm doing it live, but I don't want to be the only one. Like I show and prove. Come on. So let's put the next set. So this one is I want to move my social media audience onto my own email list without sounding desperate or spammy. Based on my voice and my lead magnet above, we're still on the same chat, Okay, do not open up a new chat. Same chat. 3 soft, short CTA lines I can drop naturally at the end of videos. 1 pinned comment, caption scripts that will give the lead magnet away in exchange for an email. A 3 post mini sequence that will tell the story of why I'm building a direct list, and a 1 sentence bio link CTA. Hold up. Thank you for all this info, Nicky. I got you. Shout out to IG. I'm reading the comments on IG too. I got you. All right, let's see what this prompt does. I don't want to be like others and like give y'all prompts and not show you the real results. Okay? Okay, here we go. So, 3 soft CTA lines for those people who struggle with CTAs, aka call to action. Because some people hate, including myself, hate sounding salesy. So this one is like, if you want the checklist I use to make AI content that sounds like me, I put it in the link in my bio. Okay? I made a small checklist for creators who want to use AI without sounding like everybody else. It's free in the bio. I like that. If this helped, I made the next step easy. Grab the AI content checklist in my bio and build from there. So it gives you 3 different options of what your call to action can be for the lead magnet that it gave. Pin comment, caption script. Okay. I made a free checklist for this, the AI content that doesn't look like AI checklist. It walks you through, okay, and it gives you a whole caption. That's pretty cool. 3 post mini sequence, hook, caption, soft CTA. I actually like this. May I ask what your streaming platform is you're using? I'm using Ecamm. Ecamm is fire. It looks great, and I see that you even have a clickable link at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, IG allows you to do that now. Hold on. Let me, I wonder if I could show it for those people who are on YouTube. I wonder, hold up. Let me go into my content corner. Hold on, let me show y'all. Corner. Oops. That's me. So now on Instagram Live, you're able to put a link to it. That's pretty dope. It says free AI. And so when I click on it, hey, come on. So I'm giving y'all this. This is great. It's like, what is this again? Ecamm? Yeah, it's Ecamm. Hold on. I'll give my YouTube people the link. Where's my Ecamm link? Hold on. For my Instagram people, you may have to screenshot it because you know how it's actually simple. Ecamm.com/Nicky. Ecamm.com/Nicky. There you go. I'll put it right here. That's it. Take a screenshot. Hear me? Okay. So, let's go back. Where we at? Okay, cool. So, it gives me 3 posts and a 1 sentence bio in link CTA. Free checklist. Make an AI content sound that still sounds like you. Join the direct list for quiet creators building loud ecosystems. I hate that title. God, that I really need to tell it to chill. I really don't like that. I really, really don't. And shout out to the person who asked that on Instagram. I see you. I want to, like I said, I want to make sure that I answer y'all questions. Hold on. Okay. So we got that. We got our newsletter idea. We got who it's for. We got a welcome email. We got 4 possible newsletters with it. We got a lead magnet, and we got CTAs from it just understanding our conversations. Okay? Like I said, if you have more documents from Google Drive, Notion, and you feel comfortable connecting it, please do. But this is all from just the conversations that I'm having inside of ChatGPT. If you're using it inside of Claude, amazing. If you're using it inside Gemini, amazing. I'm just using it inside of ChatGPT because I know majority of people have ChatGPT and been using it, even though there's a few people, especially if you rock with me, who have gone to Claude for their systems and their workflows. So let me know in the chat, where are you doing this from? Like Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. Let me know which model you're using. You know what I mean? This is valuable. Something I didn't think was big. I got you. So let's go to this next one. And I think this is where we getting spicy with it. Hold up. Turning the list into income. Let's talk about it. Okay? This is going to give you some ideas. What is going to be the offer? What is the problem? Okay? So we're going to copy this prompt that's in the Notion page. Fonz on IG asks, what is better, Claude or ChatGPT for this thing? It's a preference thing. I don't think any one is better or worse. You feel me? It's the one that you've been talking to the most that you're going to get the most out of, right? So if you talk more to ChatGPT, do this inside of ChatGPT. If you do this more in Claude or Gemini, do that inside of that. And then whatever it tells you to do, you could build it off of on other platforms if you want to. That's like my brainstorming buddy is ChatGPT. It's just easier to talk to. Sometimes I do need a hype man. So yeah. Do you prefer Notion over Claude and ChatGPT? I never heard Notion. So Notion has Notion AI, but Notion is pretty much like my second brain. So it's not an AI model. Though it has AI features, it's not an AI model. Think of it like if you've ever used Evernote, Google Docs and things of that nature, it brings it all together into one location. So Notion is not an AI model. It is my second brain. But people use it for, like, it's a blank canvas. You can use it for anything. All right, I'm excited about this prompt. Let's do it. Boom, boom. All right. So I'm going to paste it in the same chat. Okay. So based on everything above, my IP audit, my audience, the problem I solve, propose 3 ways to monetize this newsletter in the next 90 days. So this is supposed to give you kind of some ideas of how to monetize what we are just building. Ready? Let go. Shout out to New York Hippie. Notion is fuego. It's a work productivity platform. There you go. Oh, Evernote. Those were the days. All right. Beep game. Based off of the newsletter, right, that we just created out of scratch. They said a paid workshop. AI content that sounds like you. The offer, a 90-minute live workshop where you show creators how to turn their own notes, transcript, post, ideas into an AI-assisted content without sounding generic. Okay. Gives you a price point and a logic. 27 to 47 live. Start at 37. It's low enough for the newsletter subscribers to say yes quickly, but high enough to validate that they want a deeper system. Okay, run it on a live Zoom or a private YouTube workshop with no fancy slides. Simple promise. Bring one piece of content, one transcript, one messy idea, and I'll show you how to turn it into content that sounds like you. Deliverables. It even gives you deliverables. Okay. 2, mini product, the Quiet Creator AI Prompt Pack. A small prompt pack that helps introverted and overlooked creators turn their voice notes, transcripts, and messy ideas into posts, email, reels, newsletter drafts. Oh, well, we have that. It's called Draft Loop. You feel me? Bang, bang. It's called Draft Loop. We have that already. We have that. Feel me? My bad. Sorry. This is product pack. Hold on. But it's not we don't just give prompts. We give the system. But I like this idea. Oh, and if it was just the prompts, they wanted it to be 19 to 29. Okay. 3, small group sprint. Build your creator ecosystem in 14 days. A 14-day guided sprint where creators map their content identity, email list, lead magnet, AI workflows, and first simple offer. Okay, that's actually a really dope idea.
Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That's actually a really, really good idea. For creators who are tired of posting randomly and want to simply own the ecosystem. Okay. I'm creating content, but I don't have anywhere for people to go. No real system, no clear path to monetization. So this one is a starting of 197 to 297 beta. Start at 197 for the first cohort. It's priced high enough to attract serious people, but low enough for a beta where you're still sharpening the process. After one successful round, move it to 297 to 497. The fact that it's giving this strategy is really fire. Low effort version this month. Do not build the full program. Launch it as a beta sprint. 2 live calls, 1 Notion workbook, daily email prompts, 1 hot seat / review thread, simple deliverables by the end. By 14 days, they should have a content identity, 1 lead magnet, 1 welcome email, 1 simple AI workflow, 1 soft CTA, 1 small paid offer idea. If you're doing this with me, if you're doing this prompt with me, which idea from your own brand is, and you don't have to go in detail, you could just give the title, which one impressed you? For me right now, that 14-day ecosystem, that sounds dope. Man, my mind, see, come on. IG, I need y'all to do this with me too. LinkedIn, I need you to do this with me too. Recommended Q3 launch order. First paid workshop. Fastest money, fastest validation. Launch this in the next 2 weeks. Jesus, okay. Demanding.
Bruh.
Sheesh. Subject line, want me to show you how to make AI content that sounds like you? Price 37, the goal 30 buyers, 1,110. Prompt pack 27. Third one we get 20 people as the goal, 3,940. The one I ship first is the workshop. This literally, this is something I normally give to LB Club. You know what I mean? This is something that the community gets. This is fire, dog. This live was a mini workshop. We just did it all together. So if you missed it, let me go back to the Notion page. The strategy is sound implementation is. Oh, what's up, E? E, why are you on IG? It's not like you. It's not like you. You know what I mean? The breakdown is good. First tier of the paid newsletter tier. The second is a 60-minute workshop. The third is a paid inner circle community. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? So this, yeah, I think we good on this one. I think we good on this one. I see you, E. He's like, if you missed it, hold on. Let me go all the way to the top. This is going to get you right for Q3. This is going to get, we literally, like, Q3 starting in like a day or two, okay? This is literally going to take the information that you have from your AI model, whether it is ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and this is going to break down how to own your audience and monetize it in a 90-day plan. Give you different ideas. Now, granted, like I said, take it and tweak it. There's going to be titles you don't like. There's going to be workshops you don't like. There's going to be topics you don't like. And you have that conversation. I didn't have the conversation for the sake of the live because there's certain things I wouldn't do and there's certain things I would tweak. But the fact that this is going to give you a 90-day plan, and if you're in Lions behavior, let's make it like we normally do. Let's make it like we normally do. Especially if you're in ChatGPT. Okay, now that we have this 90-day plan, can you give me this as an image using GPT Image 2.0 as like a drawn out whiteboard so I could visually see this happen? Oh, did I not press the... Hold on. I got spicy. Hold on. Let me... Shout out to Whisper Flow that allows me to not type ever. You feel me? Not type ever. Boom. Let's see what it does. Everybody say good night to my mom. My mom's going to bed. She just texted me. Night, moms. You know what I mean? Yes, I missed it. Just tuned in from AZ. Don't worry, the replay's gonna be up. You can rewind it now. You good. These are gems. And my Q3 is already solid, but I might have to implement it. Come on. All right, let's see what this. Now, one thing that we do in Lines Behavior every Monday, we do a new prompt and we make it visual. Shout out to LJ who gave me that idea, but I think it just helps, right? Let me see if I could pull up. Lines Behavior real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. Our prompts are fire, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Shout out to everybody who's saying goodnight to my moms. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Really, really, really appreciate that. So here we go. Boop. Wait for it. Everything running a little slow right now. I'm doing too much. All right. So in lion's behavior, right? So we did something similar, not all the way like this, but you can see that we're working on offers, and so we make it visual. Shout out to Melvin for that one. Tristan, like it just makes it easier for, instead of having that full-blown text that AI gives you, that if you could create something visual to see, put it in as a wallpaper or just something that's on your computer, it's just fire. You know what I mean? It's just fire. So, and this one's still taking a minute. This one, we're gonna put some music. Best in the game. Shout out to Deli 845. I see you. Learn so much from just your post. Thank you. How can we make 10K a month off this? I don't promise that. And anybody who promises that, that's shout out to them. But I don't. And we're gonna have a real conversation about that, honestly. Anybody who gives those titles of like, let me take this off. We're gonna have a real conversation. Anybody who gives those titles of you can make 10K a month doing this, it's literally always clickbait. It's only to get your attention so you can see this, so they can upsell you to something bigger. Like, really, at the end of the day, all of this can make you money if you apply it. How much money, that depends on you. Because you could do it for a day. You could do it multiple times a day. You could do it every day. It depends on you. But those people who put that, and tell me if I'm lying, is literally for the clicks and the views. That's all I'll say. Anyways. But let's keep it going. But they're getting 10K off of the clickbaits. Yeah, they are. Absolutely. They're getting, shout out to my IG people. Yeah, they're getting 10K because they're upselling you to a program that you don't have. Now, the great part about the prompts that we just did, it gave really dope ideas to monetize that newsletter idea. Now, depending how hard you go on that, you can make a good amount of money. It already said if you get to the 30, you can make a G. If you make this amount, you can make 3 Gs, depending how big your list is going to be and how the price point is going to be. You can make the 10K. There's also different ways that we got to think about from a monetizing standpoint. Because the reason why I'm talking about newsletters is because it is the easiest way to convert, because they already trust you, right? But you're thinking about, if you're talking about those videos, and y'all could write this down now. People are making money off of social media platforms. It may not be a lot, but they are making money off of AdSense, these bonuses. Facebook's going crazy off of the monetization. So depending on their following and depending on the views, cool, they're making money off of that. They're maybe making money off of affiliate. Affiliate, like Amazon is an example. I have an affiliate with Opus Clip and HeyGen, different softwares. So affiliates is different ways that people are making money as well. Community, whether it's a channel membership whether it is their own personal membership, like I have Lions Behavior. People are making money off of the community, whether it is creating a safe space for your audience to gather and do the things that you're asking them to do, or whether it is a pure transformation where they get the system. Lions Behavior is more of a lab, right? Where people are coming to feel safe to test out and figure out their AI workflows and their creator ecosystems, but you figure out how to create your own community. There's brand deals that people are making. You can get a lot of money off of brand deals because brands want your audience. They're making money off of events. They're making money off of courses. They're making money off of books. There's many different ways that those people who are saying, hey, make this and make 10K a month. Everything that I just said can make you 10K a month, probably more. And if I was to do a video that says that and gives you that list, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make 10K.
Bruh.
So I would be careful when and come with an open mind when you do see those videos of, hey, here's how you can make 10K with AI, and here's how you can make as a content creator and all of that. Take it, because it still involves your work. It still involves what you're going to do, and is never a guarantee. And this is not shade to anybody. This is no shade to anybody. This is just facts. You feel me? This is all the way facts. He's like, what do you think about AI trading stocks? Be honest. I know your background. I don't mess with it. I don't know enough about stocks to talk on that. That's a EYL situation. That's an Ian situation. That's a Wall Street Trapper situation. That's a Aristotle situation. I'm not going to speak on AI stocks because I don't speak on stocks. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's me being a hundo. Like, can I speak on it? I possibly could. Do I want to? No, because it's not my lane. It's not my lane. And I'd rather stay in my lane. You feel me? No shade, just an umbrella. You're right. Are you going to Invest Fest? No, I'm not. No. Shout out to those boys, though. Shout out to them. They create amazing events. They have an amazing lineup. Shout out to everybody who's going to Invest Fest. You know what I mean? People say that, but I see people in their comments hyping them. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about, Isaiah? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? It's sad. You got to point out the obvious, but yes, with the blueprint, you will succeed. Your work is impeccable, the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's like walking into a casino to lose money. Jesus.
Bruh.
That's a fact. That is a fact, though. You know better than to read my... Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, it's surprisingly informative. I like Aristotle. Shout out to him. Listen, there's a lot of people I like in the creator space from a financial standpoint, from a business standpoint. I respect everybody who is giving game to people to make status and make money. You know what I mean? I'm all for that. Of course, you know I gotta ride with the fam. Shout out to Trap. You know what I mean? You did a great recap on the Invest Fest, I believe, 2 years ago. Oh yeah. But this time I can't go because it's mommy's birthday. Hey. It's mommy's birthday. All right. let's get back to, let's see what this thing did. It's gonna make us, can you, all right, let me see if I could just download it. Why is it not letting me be great? Oh, there we go. I was like, why is it not letting me be great? Let me download it. This is, let's see if I can make this bigger. Don't. ChatGPT, chill out. Chill out. Maybe I gotta close some stuff. Boop. Boop. All right, there we go. And so everything that we talked about, everything that it, oh, why are you making it smaller? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. What is happening? What? Okay. I have an idea. This is what we're going to do. I know what I can do. Hold up. That is. Hold on. IG, I got y'all in a bit. I got y'all in a bit. Give me 2 seconds, IG. I got y'all. Weep. Hold on. Hold up. Let's go here. All right. Boom. There it is. Okay. So this is what we just went through. Okay. The Q3 newsletter monetization plan. We went from it having the conversation to making the newsletter to coming up with a whole monetization plan, and we created a whole image that is going to walk us through and keep us accountable. Okay? So for those people who have an accountability partner, please give this to them. If you are in Lions Behavior, please post this in the community, right? Let's keep each other accountable for the thing. If this is going to be your 90-day plan, because the fact that it broke it down into the goal, what you should do, the pricing points of it, and the 90-day launch, I think this is fire. I think this is all the way fire. So that is my thought process. This is what I wanted to go over for that standpoint. I still have more. Okay? I got to react to some things. Got to talk about these meta glasses. You feel me? But if this part was valuable, 1 to 10, what'd you think about it? If this part was valuable, 1 to 10, what'd you think about it? If you just came through, rewind. If you're on IG, come to YouTube, rewind this joint. And the prompts are right there in the links. They're there. All of it. You know what I mean? All of that. I don't know how we're going to clip this up, but we're going to do something with this. I was like, we're going to do something with this. You feel me? That's all. Let me switch it up real quick. If you are not part of Lions Behavior, please come through. We would love to have you there. It is a vibe. It is a community of creators that are testing everything that we're just doing, building out their ecosystems, trying these AI workflows. We're doing it together. It's a vibe. So, hold up. Let me give IG the link too. I got you. Hold on. IG, let me know when it changes. Join Lions Behavior. Trying to get better with these links. You know what I mean? Trying to get better with these links. All right. So, 1,000. Okay, I'll take the 1,000. I'll take the 1,000. And listen, for my YouTube people, super chats, jewels, all that stuff is there. But really, if we break down everything, the whole point of showing this was, let's get our minds into how do we leverage AI to monetize? Not in a sense of like AI itself is going to make us money. How do we leverage AI that has all our data, that has the conversations that we're doing? How do we leverage it for it to notice patterns, for it to pick up the themes, for it to understand our audience, to then be like, you know what? These are the different packages you should come up with. These are the, come on, goat. Come on, goat. I see it. But that's how I'm looking at AI. I'm looking at it in the sense of, this is probably the best system that is going to figure out data, because I'm not the big data person. I know how to read it now, because the great thing about using AI is that the more that you use it, the more you're actually learning what you're asking for too. Like, this is not just a copy and paste for me. This is a conversation. This is a learning environment for me. And so the more and more I'm having conversations, even myself, this is the conversation I was trying to find, where we've seen this transition, especially for educational creators. I don't know how many of y'all teach something, right? Type in me if your brand is about, like, let me give updates, let me teach people, and then let me try to figure out how to monetize it. My biggest thing, and this is a transparent conversation, where I'm like, okay, we are seeing the how do I put this? We're seeing courses not being as relevant as it used to. And though people are screaming out community, 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 we've seen this blueprint happen already. Meaning, we've seen how one industry used to make money, used to get attention one way, and then there was a disruption. That's music, right? We saw music go from physical, from vinyls to cassettes to CDs, depending on how old you are, right? I saw it from cassettes to CDs to then MP3s to it getting downloads, Napster happened, all that, to then streaming. And so there was a dip in revenue for artists, for one, because people were bootlegging it from downloading whatever they want to download. But then also, here goes the streaming. So I'm looking at it of like, this happened already. What can we learn from this? What can we learn from this transition? I really want to find that convo. Let me see if I could find it. I probably could find it on my phone easier. But I think I found it. Here we go. Hold up. All right. Check this out. This is pretty dope. Whoop. Okay. So, let's see if I can make this just one more. So, here is, can you give me the eCam link? Oh, I got you. Hold on. I got you. It's really easy. eCam.com/Nicky if you want the eCam link. There you go. Boom. What do you know about A-Tracks? I don't. I don't know anything about that. Okay. I didn't even know anything about vinyl. I learned more about vinyl now than anything. Right. But anyways. So, okay. So the music industry didn't go from CDs to MP3s. It went from ownership to access to experience to identity. Right. And so it goes from when we're talking about the educational content, where phase one was like information had value. So that's where people were buying all the courses. But then when YouTube and the blogs happen, it's saying, yo, information became free. So these lives, the YouTube channel, all of that, this is where information became free. But people were paying for organized information. So like, cool, I don't want to go through 17 different YouTube channels to figure out what I need to do, aka YouTube University. But now we're in this phase where like AI made organized information for free. So this is where ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, this is where it made it all organized knowledge. So here's where it says, so what replaced it? This is what I like. It said, people keep saying community, but that's not true. It's incomplete. Community is the delivery mechanism, it's not the product. So it breaks it down into 2015 was information, 2020 was frameworks, 2025 was implementation, and 2030 is transformation. So it's like, notice what this is appearing. Information gets cheaper every year. Transformation gets more valuable every year. So that, and it's like, look at music. Revenue shifted from concerts to merch to fan clubs to VIP experiences to identity to exclusive access. Music became marketing. So this is why I like kind of having these types of conversation with ChatGPT, where I'm learning where one industry shift, what does this mean for creators down the line, right? Wait, I didn't know if it's because I'm doing behavior 30, but this prompt sequence is on point. Come on! Shout out to everybody who's doing the behavior 30. You know what I mean? So, what is it? This leads to a crazy realization. People don't need your knowledge. They need your judgment. ChatGPT knows branding. It doesn't know your branding philosophy. You feel me? Shout out to Tony. I see what you're doing. Tony. So, what was the part that I really liked? Okay, here. People buy proximity. So why does someone join Lion's behavior instead of asking ChatGPT? Not because ChatGPT can't answer, because ChatGPT can't look at them in the eye and say, keep going. ChatGPT can't celebrate their first video. ChatGPT can't call them out, can't create belonging. That's why I actually think you're accidentally building the future for years. Lion's behavior was never just education. It was identity. You feel me? So it's interesting to see the shift. And when you understand the shift that is happening as far as what does this mean for monetizing as a content creator? What does this mean from monetizing as if you're in the educational space? What does all this mean? So have that conversation with your AI. Have that conversation where you see a shift happening in your industry. look for different patterns as far as from what happened in another industry and bring it together, because it can help out. This is why, low key, I always bring up, and if you're in the community, you know, I always bring up the mafia and the drug cartel, not in a violent way, not in a violent way, but I bring it together in a conversation because they had distribution on lock. And what can I learn from distribution from them that actually applies to content creation, right? That's a whole nother topic in itself. We'll go into it, but let's talk about these meta glasses. Just wanted you to kind of see where my mind goes, where when there's a shift, how I have these conversations. Because we kept hearing so much, even myself, community, right? And I was leading off with it at the same time. But then I was like, you know what? Everybody is trying to sell the community, but that's not what people need, right? People need to, one, feel safe, seen, and heard. When they try something, actually the accountability and actually the acknowledgement of like, yo, keep going, keep doing this. Like, we're all doing this together. We're trying to figure this out. So for anybody who is building a brand, for anybody who's trying to figure out this content, see what happened in other industries and bring it to your world and figure out the gaps. It's going to be so you are going to have so many different ideas when you do that. Okay? You're already going to have different ideas with the prompts that I gave you, but you're going to have so many different ideas. I don't care what industry. Like I said, I did the cartel and the mafia for mine. It's just like that. It's just like that. You know what I mean? Anyways, who saw the announcements of these meta glasses? Who saw that? And let's talk about these. This is a great. Oh, look at the wolf. Look, I see it in the chat. Look at the husky. I see it. This is a great example of ownership. This Meta played a really good game of, let me see if this is going to work, if people are going to buy it, and then let's bring it back home. Okay? This, first off, hold on. Meta, I got Ray-Bans Gen 1. I got the Oakley's Gen 2. Can I get some Meta glasses? Can I go to the events and just at least try them out? We be talking about y'all all the time when y'all drop. Can we do something? I'm just saying. Am I wrong for asking this? Am I wrong? I don't know. I just want to know. All right. So, they dropped new glasses. Supposedly cheaper. Not all the way too much cheaper, but they're cheaper. Right? And of course, they got Kylie Jenner. And low-key, Kylie Jenner glasses go hard. Okay? They do. They for the ladies, they go hard. But you have, I believe, 3 new models. You got the Starfire, which is the Kylie, the Adventurer, and Fury. If I'm honest, I'm not sure what the difference between the Fury and the Ray-Ban ones. I'm not. Or the Adventurer and I'm not really sure. All right. I have the Oakleys. I like the Oakleys. But for starting from $300 compared to $379, and that's starting at $379, and that's the Ray-Bans, I see what they're doing. I see Nicky's reception is finer than, here you go, E. Here you go. Here you go. So let's see what these are talking about. Here's the adventurers. So they come in black. They got this brown stuff. What was that? Black tinted. Classic. Oh, with brown lens. I'm not mad at that. So they just have a variety of different ones. And so they do have prescriptions for those people who need prescriptions. Okay. Has everything from Meta AI to live translation. It does up to 3K of resolution for, I believe, is it both video and photos? Because it just says captures. So 3K for video, music match, immersive audio, charging case. So everything you would get with Gen 2, I believe, when it comes to the Ray-Bans. Here we go. This is what I'm more interested in. I'm interested in the camera. Because if I'm buying these Meta Ray-Bans, I'm buying it for the POV version. So it says 12 megapixels and 3K. So if I go back, terrible prescription don't come with warranty. Ooh, really? Yikes. I didn't know that. Okay, that's a good warning. Thanks for letting us know that. Okay, so this one, Gen 2, the Ray-Bans ones, has 3K Ultra HD with the highest resolution video. And then 12 megapixels. So I want to assume it's the same thing. I don't know why they said Ultra HD. Like, it's still 12 megapixel 3K. So this one has a 32 flash storage. I don't know if the Meta Ray-Bans, the Meta glasses have the same thing. I wish they just did side by side. That would make life so much easier. It's pretty much the same thing. Just Meta own. So if you haven't gotten Meta glasses yet, I would say get the Meta glasses. Don't get the Meta Ray-Bans. Now, if you want a different style, because I really don't think these two differ from this one. Now, probably you would have to see it online, like on your face. It says try on. I wonder how this actually goes. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I wonder. I wonder if it lets me do it this way. Hold up. If I could pick my regular camera. Allow this time. Hold on. Let's see if I flip it. Let's see how this works. I don't know. I've never done this like try on. What is it doing? Oh. What are we doing? Oh. Hello. Okay now. Hey now. Yeah, this is ladies, this is definitely. Hey now. Oh, and you can try. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing with this. Let's try another one. So what's up with this adventure? You know what I mean? What's up with this adventure? oops when I went to the demo. All right, so let's do, I like these because I like it go from clear to that sapphire transition. I like that. So try on virtually. See what we're doing. Yeah, it looks like a typical Meta glasses. Yeah, it looks like a typical Meta glasses. I see what it's doing there. I am not feeling this brown. I don't know who will buy this brown. It will not be me. It will not. Why would I do that? I'm already a nerd. That would definitely make me feel nerdish. A simple black. I don't see me doing black. See, okay, so but what's the difference between that and the Ray-Bans? I don't feel like this is going to be too much of a difference. Hold on. I don't see it being too much of a difference. But that's AI slop. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, here we go. Yeah, the brown is giving Steve Urkel. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's giving just the regular Meta glasses. The Ray-Bans is not different from, it may be like small tweaks, and of course it's saying Ray-Bans on the actual lens, but you feel me? Like I'm outside with it. Okay. So I will say, okay, we didn't try the Fury. We'll try the Fury one. Maybe the Fury is different. I don't know. Maybe the Fury is different. I like that it lets you try it on though. I like that. Okay, little gradient. Okay, gradient. I don't know how I feel about this green. I may like this green. I don't know why I like this green. It's typical. Definitely not doing this brown. Definitely not doing this brown. So they give me a different brown. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Okay, so yeah, final verdict. If you have not gotten Meta glasses, just get one of these. They're the same thing as this. Now, if you definitely want, now the Skylar gens, the Skylar ones are different. Ones. Oops, what happened? Wait. Uh-oh. What is happening in my system? Did I freeze? Let me know if you still see me. Did I freeze? Okay, there we're back. Okay. What just happened? Jesus. So like these are the ones I have. I have the Oakley, and I love the Oakleys. The quality on the Oakleys are fire. You said the features are different. Click AI glasses, then compare glasses. Wonder what you think about there are? Okay, hold on. Click glasses. You said click glasses. And then you said compare glasses. Where are we comparing? Where are we comparing? Hold on. Compare glasses. I'm trying to see what the difference is. So the Adventurer, give me what's that one? Okay, it's the same. Headliner. There we go. Okay, here we go. I don't care about this. So, okay, the Meta one has dynamic photo. I ain't tripping off of that. Everything looks the same. Yeah, everything looks the same besides the dynamic photo. Am I missing something? What am I missing? You feel me? Let me do the Oakleys. Where's my Oakleys? HCS. Okay. Let's do that. So we got $2.99, we got $4.99, and we got $3.99. Why is that so why are you, golly, give me that one. Okay, $2.99, $3.79, and $3.99. 3 different price points. Okay. Yo, Tony, you trying to squirrel me out. I see what you're doing. Okay, so once again, the Meta glasses has dynamic photo, so that's pretty cool. They all have 8 hours. Now, the Meta ones has an additional 48 with charging besides the 40, but that's 8 hours. That's not that deep. That's not that deep. Better fit, I guess, prescription wise is a difference. This one has 6 mic acoustic array. Hello. AI integration with Spotify and all of that. I don't know if it says AI integration. Customize action button with the Meta ones. But it's like small things. So for small, and so I stand on my statement. Get the Meta glasses. The Meta glasses makes the most sense. The Meta glasses makes the most sense. If you're getting the other ones, you're getting them for the name and the style of it. Like I got mines for the style. I like the Oakley style, but everything else, I mean, like, not that deep for me. Not that deep. But let me give y'all, who has Meta glasses? And who still, type in 1 if you have Meta glasses. Type in 2 if you've been thinking about getting Meta glasses. Tony is really trying to distract me and it's working. It's working.
Bruh.
It is working. Okay? Yeah, if you've been thinking about the Meta glasses, I would definitely say get Meta's glasses. Like literally, just get their glasses. They have 1 or 2 more situations, and I think that works out just fine. Works out just fine. All right. I saw something that I really wanted to go over. Hold up. Why is now I'm frozen. Why are we frozen? Why won't it let me be great? Okay, hold on. Hold up. Something's going crazy. Something's going crazy. I can't get back to my regular screen. What are we doing? This is not going to be one of those like you're forcing me off this live. Hold up. Hold on. Maybe let me get rid of Meta. Maybe because I was talking about Meta. I don't know. Why is it not letting me be great? What in the world is happening? Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. So, let's do something fun. And shout out to everybody who's sending gifts in YouTube. Shout out to my IG people, but shout out to YouTube. You know what I mean? Y'all doing these gifts things and it's so fun. It's so fun. So I saw this video about those people who are creating on a high level and what it takes to be a high performing content creator. And I totally disagree with this. So let me state this off top. I totally disagree with this, but this was funny as hell that I had to show. Okay. So let me share the phone. Oh, I think I think I know what's happening. Uh-oh. I think this is not working no more. Okay, that's fine. This is why we can do it manually. Give me a second. Whoop. There we go. Okay. So let me unmute my phone. Check this out. Oh, that's not it.
Put out the content, build a business so quickly. They're on drugs. A lot of your favorites who seem superhumanly productive are on drugs. And this is the part of the productivity achievement conversation we don't have. I've seen it just as an insider who's been behind the curtain in the influencer world and the business world, built brands for other people for years. I've seen a lot in different spaces. Okay, a lot of your faves, the way they're so productive, they're on drugs, whether it's the beta blockers or more, whether it's the illicits, they're on them. And I don't do all that. And I realize when you choose not to go through life chronically numb and anesthetized, to just plow through like a machine, it might take you a little bit longer to get certain places because you're having an embodied human experience. And this doesn't get talked about enough. We ding athletes for juicing and stuff, but we don't talk about the performance enhancement of the creative and entrepreneurial spaces and what allows certain people to present and perform the illusion of ease is that they're on drugs.
Can we talk about how he has 82.4 thousand likes off of this craziness?
Bruh.
What? First off, I'm not on drugs. Okay? The creators I know, from what I know, are not on drugs. At least hard drugs.
Bruh.
I don't know where this came from. I don't know where this came from. That was a wild situation. I'm so confused. Anyways, I'm still
Andrew Tate, Ty Lopez.
Hold up. I'm still in love with this Kumar guy. Like, whoever is doing his edits and whoever is making this old man do this, or seasoned man, I apologize. Seasoned and experienced man do this. Like, look at this.
Andrew Tate, Ty Lopez, and Jake Paul all made millions selling courses. But what they really
First off, I didn't know Jake Paul made courses, but that's just me. Okay.
sold was a promise. A promise to make you rich and successful. I am not going to make you rich. I can't promise you that. Nor can I promise that you will even enjoy my teachings. But what I can promise Andrew Tate.
I don't know who is doing his stuff, but it is fire. It is absolutely fire. All right? And I at least can respect the fact that he's saying, yo, I can't promise you nada.
Bruh.
Nada. I can't promise you none of that. I can respect that. I absolutely can respect it. Hold on. We got some more stuff. Shout out to Fat and Toby. Shout out to Fat and Toby. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, let's do this one first. This one was good.
You are not a fitness creator. You are not a travel creator. You're not a fashion creator. You're not a...
First off, shout out to Enrico for this one. And the creator who's speaking, Jun, he's really dope. You've probably seen him all over. But I want y'all take on this supposedly worst advice on social media. But this advice is going crazy right now.
Beauty creator. You're not a tech creator. You're not a food creator. You, my friends, are the niche.
No, you're
I
not.
truly believe you do not need a niche. I truly believe you are the niche. I want every single person in the room to state the words, I am the niche. When I count down from 3, I would love it if all of you guys screamed it at the top of your lungs. 3, 2, 1.
No, you are not. This whole you are the niche is that you should be posting about all the things that you're interested in. If you're a fitness creator, you should post about fitness, but you should also make content about cars. And if you're interested in flowers, make content about that. And no, you shouldn't. When you go to a premium steakhouse, do they offer you pizza, Chinese food, chips and guac? No. Why? Because otherwise they would be known as a buffet. You need to operate as if you are the premium steakhouse. Your entire feed should be positioned as, hey, I am the expert. I am the best person to help you with X, Y, and Z. That way, when people come to your page, they're not confused as to, wait, is this someone who's a florist? Do they like cars? Do they also work out? They're going to go somewhere else and find someone else who can speak directly to their pain points over and over again. That is how your page needs to show up. Every single person who says you are the niche has a large audience. They have built an audience speaking to a specific person for an extended period of time, solving their problems, solving their pain points. Now they can talk about anything and everything. But if you are a smaller creator, if you are a smaller business, you don't have that luxury. You cannot talk about anything and everything. You need to niche down. You need to speak to a specific person, prove that you can solve their problems, prove that you understand their pain points, and prove that you are the person to get them where they want to go. I didn't say you couldn't talk about other interests that you have on your story. You can use your Instagram stories to let people into your life a little bit more, but your feed should be reserved for the audience that you are trying to speak to. That is how you become the premium steakhouse and not the buffet.
You are not a...
Okay. All right. Let me know y'all take on that. How do I want to address this? So the crazy part about this is that I really do agree with what he's saying. I do believe the people who are saying you are the niche are those people who have a huge following. I have to agree with him on that. I think when we look at niche, we instantly think about getting boxed into one lane. But is crazy is that one lane, you could talk about multiple things. Where as when you are playing as the niche, you are talking about multiple things, but it lacks depth for some reason. Like let me explain this. So I have to build trust with you. If you didn't know me at all, if you weren't on this live, this is the first time you're on this live, it popped up and you're like, who in the world is this Black and Puerto Rican chick? What is she talking about, right? If I was to go all over the place of, hey, I build Legos, I went outside for a walk, I went on this trip, and I got the worst food and everything like that, you're like, Skip, I'm out. But if I said, hey, here are some prompts that I found, let's go through it, cool. Then the next video is, hey, that 90-day plan, all right, here's an extra tool that is going to help you fix that 90-day plan. Okay, now we're talking about like the visual side. Let's turn this, and I continue to pour into you, and you know exactly what you're coming back for. Cool. I get a follow because you know exactly what I talk about. You know exactly what you're here for. I build trust off of the information, the motivation, the entertainment that I gave you. right? Down the line, you're going to want to know, hey, Nikki, when's your birthday? Hey, did you buy the new Lego? What do they have? Hey, what new sneakers did you buy? Hey, like, you're going to want to know more about me when I build that trust. Niche is there to build the trust. Especially if you're trying to be that small business owner that is using social media to convert, to get clients, to monetize. Even if you are that content creator that is trying to build a following, you have to build trust. Now, if you're trying to build views, if you're trying to build certain numbers, absolutely, you can play the game of you are the niche, all of that stuff, and figure out, shoot things up in the air and see what works. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the niche is only there to build trust. And when you build trust, take them into a different platform, a different feature that you can then let them know more about you, because they're going to want to know more about you. Because you've done so much for them from a motivation, from an education, from an entertainment standpoint, that they're going to want to be more in your world. And so what is the world that you are building? What is the world that they feel invited to be in, feel safe to be in, right? And where are you taking them? Some of, like, if for those who are in lines behavior, when we do the lock-ins, we all go for a walk. Now, do you see that on my main page? Do you see any type of walking, clarity stuff, journaling, all that stuff on my main page? No. But if you come through, you know, in order to keep this creative mind clear, I'm going on walks, I'm reading my Bible, I'm meditating, I'm in the sauna, I'm doing a creative date, aka I'm doing Legos. Like, you're going to find out all of those different things down the line. There was let me find it. Isaiah brought it up. Shout out to Colin and Samir. There was this creator that jumped on there, and they have this like channel that helps creators grow their YouTube channel. And she was doing a lot of vlogging, but people didn't know her. So unless they were true core fans of her, new followers were like, I don't know you. But if we're going based off of the conversation of you are the niche, that should work, right? But it wasn't. So hold on. Creator support. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Give me a second. Whoop. Creator support. I think this was it. So
it's impossible. Glory, welcome to Creator Support. Tell us about what you make and what your problem is.
So nice to meet you. So I make creative content. I like to say it's more cinematic vlogs.
The truth is, finding yourself in your 20s is hard. I'm sure I'm not alone in the sentiment of constantly searching for the things I'm convinced will bring me peace or make me happy.
First off, her style is fire.
Kind of car life, mostly around the themes of like a young girl in her 20s kind of figuring it out and just living life. And the problem that I've started having is now I'm no longer 19 and have no idea what I want to do with my life. And so I'm traveling aimlessly. My problem now is I do know what I want to do with my life. I'm in a consistent place and I know that I want my YouTube channel to have to do with it. But I sometimes feel like I'm leaving my people in the past. And I've noticed as I've like progressed in life, the numbers have started dropping. And now I feel like I'm like on a rat race. And I'm just like, okay, I'm creating content that now I think is way higher quality. I'm actually way more proud of the content I'm making. But it's like, something's not hitting with my audience and I don't know how to take them along in life because my content is actually just what I live. So it's not like I can separate the two, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let me ask one more question. Like, what's your goal with all of this?
Okay. So you see that she's just sharing her life. There's multiple things that are happening in her life, but all she's doing is sharing her life, right? So I think this...
For like financially, what it means for it to support you right now. Like,
I want to find the part where he says, yeah, it's great content, but we don't know you.
They like level up. You know what I mean?
I think, you know, the place we always start with every creator, especially when you're having this pull towards, I want the content to perform, or I want more people to watch, is who is this for and why do they watch? You're right now, your channel is like a collection of your life. It's like cool things you're doing. But I think what's challenging is when a new person comes across it, you know, your most recent video is called "This Mindset Changed Everything."
Right.
So I don't have any reason to click on that video if I'm not familiar with you already.
Right.
Or somebody sent me the video, right? Like there's no organic discovery of that video. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I have to be a diehard Glory Stories fan to watch this video.
Right.
Now, that is so true. And the reason why she even has like some of the views that she has is because she has like 50,000 subscribers. So she's been doing this for a minute. Let's see her channel. Yeah, 53,000 subscribers. Her first one was 7 years ago. So she did it in an era where vlogging was a thing. You feel me? Like people were vlogging and people wanted to know all about this. But now we shifted how we look at content. And unless we know you, we're not so much in your business like that. We're not so much in your business with Don. You better go check this replay because we went in. We went in. You better go check this replay. So this is where, and let me see if I can find where Gary Vee talks about like this kind of the same thing, but he does it in a different way where he has different channels. Like he talks about having multiple handles now. Here we go. Let me go here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why can't I find it? There it is. Boop.
You mentioned handles and you mentioned platform.
Yes, sir.
I got what you said, but I think you should slow down for a second and kind of say that again.
So friends, I'm empathetic. If I'm anything besides a potty mouth, I'm empathetic. I understand that some of you use your Instagram to share your family life or other stuff, and you're trying to find different ways to handle, pun intended, how to produce as much content. I did not produce 400 pieces of content 2 years ago because I only had Gary Vee on 7 platforms and I couldn't post that much. It was when I stood up at Gary Vaynerchuk, at Gary Vee at Yard Sales, at Gary Vee the Jets fan, all the different things I talk about, those handles allowed me to do that. I mentioned earlier that we're no longer in social media. 5 years ago, if I was here, when I was in Atlantic City and I saw you years ago, I couldn't give this advice because we were still in social media. And if that gentleman right there stands up at John in Denver and it has 0 followers, but his Instagram had 1,000 followers, well, he would have got no views on John in Denver 5 years ago because you had no followers. Now you can set up new accounts with no followers and the first post could get hundreds of thousands of views. Many people are destined here, Gary, to start a new account on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. It's gonna happen after this event. And the first video they make on there with no followers is gonna get more views than the account they have with 5,000 followers because these platforms are gauging the content based on the merit of the content, not how many followers you have, and the algorithms are sending it to people that might have interest in it. And again, Sarah in Canton, at Sarah in Canton, because her handle's Canton, because she says Canton, Ohio 4 times in the video, as this AI gets stronger and stronger, there's a chance that the first 50 people that see this video live in Canton. It's going to that direction. That's profound opportunity. That's what I mean by handle.
You mentioned.
So it's incomplete. It's like incomplete advice with that first video with you're the niche and you can create whatever you want. You can. But how you distribute that has to be on the right channels with the right handles. So you could create a different channel and have a whole different profile with everything that you do about your photography. You could have another one that has everything to do about building up a startup. And have another one that do everything you do about building Legos. Actually, that information, that advice has been around for a bit. You diluting your main page with 17 million different things is hurting your page. But if you start being strategic and creating a different page, a different channel, a different profile for your interests, it will probably work out a little bit better. So that doesn't mean it can't cross post. You could cross post, but you want to give your interests, your passions, all its own different place, because there are people who are interested in that particular thing. But that doesn't live all in one profile. That doesn't. Absolutely doesn't. So the first one wasn't necessarily wrong. It was just incomplete. That's all. And I hope that he said it in his presentation. I hope he said it in his presentation. But what he ultimately said, was all the way wrong.
Bruh.
All the way wrong. So, or incomplete. I wouldn't say all the way wrong. I'll just say incomplete. But that's just my take. My take. And then let's end it with one more thing. Let me see if I can find it. Let's end it with one more thing. Ooh, I know one. Hold on, let me see if this thing finally works. I think my keyboard took a crap. Boo. Boo. That's fine. All right. So I don't know how many. I'm big on finding different trends that are working. Right? And so I've mentioned Justin before here. Hold up. Don, I just literally went over that. Don just wait, Don. Hold on, wait. Look it, I just got the DM. Might be a topic. Rewind it. I literally showed the same video. I literally just went this video. Shut up. Great minds think alike. Great mind think alike. I like what we're doing here. He's like, I'm late. Nah, you good. You good. You good. So let me see if I could change my profile real quick. See if I can go on E's page. So I don't know how many of y'all have seen this trend. This trend of the fake podcasts and we've talked about it with Justin before, but the fake podcast, my man has grown to over 1 million followers on Instagram just doing this form.
After the plan failed, after the relationship ended, after everything else ran out, imagine going first. Think about your pattern. Something breaks in your life. First thing you do is you try to fix it yourself. Call your boy. You Google it. You put it in ChatGPT. You throw money at it. You work harder.
Okay. So he's been going crazy with this, right? Now, the crazy thing is that I don't know if he made it famous in his friend group, but now everybody reads from a teleprompter and speaks motivation in life to people. So I saw, oh man, let me see if I could find, I think it's Brandon. I'm gonna have to like do some digging if I got the, I don't think it's Brandon. Hold on. Hold up. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Give me 2 seconds. I probably could find it on my computer quicker. Okay. Here we go. We got Darius, who's doing the same thing. And if it works, boo-boo, it works. This is not a knock. This is when something works, you're going to try to figure it out on your own platform. So now we're seeing Darius do it, and it's getting numbers. Look at this, 5.8, 3.7 mil. Oh, because I have it muted. Okay, that's okay. He's doing it. Actually, let me see if I could unmute it for a second. Unmute. Let's do it. And it's getting numbers. Look at this. 5.8. Hold on. 3.7 mil. Shoot. It's going to. Damn it. Oh, because I have it muted. Okay. Let me find it on my phone because it's going to double it. It's going to double it. Hold up. Let me find it on my phone. Give me a second. Where he at? Why can't I find him on my phone now? We're gonna play some music. Because I can't deal with quiet. What's this? There we go. Got it. Okay. Boop. All right. Here we go. Shout out to Darius.
Nobody cares about a man's mental health until it turns into anger. Then everybody sees him as the bad person. Let me tell you why a lot of men don't talk. Because most men learn early that nobody really wants to hear it. You lose money, nobody cares. Your girl leaves, figure it out.
So there's a certain style. How many of y'all, type in me if you've seen creators do this style, right? Tell me if you've seen different creators do this style. There's this, but what brought my attention is that it's getting to the AI world. So look at this.
I don't care who gets offended, I'm gonna say it anyway. A man who makes the mother of his child struggle is a complete failure.
There's nothing respectable about watching the woman raising your child carry everything alone without real support.
Yeah. She's overwhelmed, stressed, and exhausted.
Yeah.
Your child is quietly absorbing that same pressure every single day.
Yeah.
A real man doesn't sit back while the mother of his child breaks down and still
So 287 0.9 thousand likes This dude is AI. That one got...
You have to be, I don't care who, you
2.2 million, 2.5 million. I think that got 5 million. So the format works. If you are talking about a certain message, it doesn't matter if you're reading off of a teleprompter. It doesn't matter if, as long as it has a good message, it's going to work. Because the people care about the message that's being said. Because especially if it can create conversation. Because when you look at this one has 7,558 comments. This one has 6,915 comments. You feel me? And like, some people are doing paragraphs, which is crazy. So they're creating those conversational pieces. It may not go with their brand per se, right? Because he's about credit. Like, I think he's about credit and business funding, but he's talking now about relationships, motivation, things of that nature, because he knows it does numbers. And once you do numbers, then they're probably doing it on the back end, doing a retargeting for ads. So if you're ever seeing that, where it's like, okay, what this person sells has nothing to do with what they're talking about, 9 out of 10 times is probably a retargeting play. It's really, really a retargeting play. So if you see this, they're following a certain trend, it works. If you want to do it, but make sure if you find a way to bring it back to your brand. That's what I'll say, because probably right now I'm going to see a whole bunch of like his ads because I engaged with it. But when I tell you that style has been going crazy, and shout out to Justin, because I just think he made it very famous in his friend group, because now everybody is doing that in that way. And I'm like, my God, please chill out. But if it works, it works. If it works, it works. I'm not mad at it. Anyways, let's head out. It's almost midnight, dog. What the hell?
Bruh.
How did we get here? How did we get here? I'm super confused. How did we get here? Let me know what you thought of this live, dog. Let me know what you thought of this live. Shout out to my YouTube fam. We went live on Instagram, tried that out. Went live on LinkedIn, tried that out. Today we talked about AI taking our content. It's happening. Where to find it. Download the prompts, because it gives you the link so you can see if your name is in there too, because it's not only for music, but it's also for content creators, right? But we went through a whole plan of how AI, since you have all our data, you feel me? You have all our data. Let's leverage that and figure out a plan for our newsletter, because now we need to start owning our audience. And how do we monetize from that? Okay. We went over the meta glasses. We came up with just get the meta glasses. The whole thing will be about the fit and the name after a while, because the Ray-Bans are there and the Oakleys are there, but the meta glasses do the same exact thing, maybe 1 or 2 things more, and they're actually cheaper. So get the meta glasses. Meta, hello, let's work this out. I need some glasses, dog. And we just reacted to some videos. We had a time. It was dope. Okay. Shout out to everybody who was here since the beginning. If you were here from the beginning, type in me. You know what I mean? If you came back, even if you came back a few times, type in me. Please join Lion's Behavior. Lion's Behavior is a vibe, okay? It's like 75 for the whole quarter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? 75 for the whole quarter. Come through. You know what I mean? If you just want the system to take your idea and create a content machine with Draft Loop, I will put that in the chat. You know what I mean? Get that. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And y'all know what I'm gonna say. What am I gonna say? I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Y'all let me know what I'm gonna say. I might have to just end the live because I can't even find my outro. Hold on, where's my outro? That's weird. Oh, I got it. Oh, and the husky. Look at the husky. Look at the husky. Anyways, y'all know what I'm gonna say. I don't know if it's gonna work. There we go.